Hello, I'm student Brenda and Sahn at 205 Digital Media 2. I will be presenting on CSS Basic and Flexbox. But first of all, I'm going to start with Flexbox. We have to know the definition of Flexbox. So we will say, what is Flexbox? Say Flexbox is a layout model in CSS that makes it easier to align items, like to align the items up, down, left, or right, and also there to distribute space. So not to talk too much, let's dive into the code. So I've already created a basic format of how a flexbox should look. So the div here is like the file of all the contents that is within it. So let's go to the CSS to at least show some flexbox demonstration. Let's go ahead and give paragraph a background color that will look like a box. Now you can see that our background color is green. So let us go and set our width to 40 pixels. As you can see, 40 pixels cannot contain our elements. So let's go ahead and make up to 70 pixels. Now our element fit within the box, but let's create spaces within the box. And we are using 40 pixel patterns. Now our box looks decent, and this is the time that the real flexbox comes. We don't want our content display on one line and just coming down. So let us float our elements to the right. Like I previously said that the div was the file of all the paragraph tags. So in order for them to flow to the right, they need to be instructed to flow to the right. Now that they are floated to the right, there's a little problem. They all look like they are one. So let's give them a margin of 10 pixels, but that will be done within the paragraph tag. Now you can see that we have a flexbox because all our elements have been flexed to the right. Now you can see that we have a flexbox because all our elements have been flexed to the right. Now our boxes don't look decent because, as you can see, the last one is split and is not displayed on the screen. So we can make them display by using the flex wrap. So let's select our flex wrap to wrap. Now you can see that all our elements boxes are displayed on the screen. So if we want to place our content within the center, we can use the justify content. So there are many options, but we'll choose to justify our content to the center. So I will stop there for CSS Flexbox, and then you can follow me to CSS Basic. In CSS Basic, we will cover two selectors, the ID and the class selectors. They can both be used for styling, but it depends on which one you want to use. So let's start with the class selector. Let us remove everything that is within the div. So now everything has gone back to normal. But what if we want our first box to display in the middle? If we just use P and display to center, all the boxes will move to the center. So let's go and give the first paragraph a class of HR. So now we can start by putting a period before the HR in CSS. Now that we have got our first paragraph, let's give it a margin of 40% left. So now our first paragraph is 40% away from the left. And we can do the same by using the RD selector. So let us change the class name to RD. When you are in the CSS using the RD, you don't call it by using the dot or period. You call it by using the hash. So that is how RD and class selectors work in CSS. So if you are following, you will notice that I demonstrated half of CSS basic within the Flexbox tutorial.